Okay, here's a little follow-up in our boy flight. This right here is Poseidon. He was one of the sick guys that is well and doing just fine out here. And his buddy Kronos. Where's Kronos? I think... Nope, that's not Kronos. Where's Kronos? There he is down there. And there's Kronos down there. And they're doing okay too. They've been out here for about a week. And they seem to be doing just fine. So, happy about that. Look at this handsome little guy here. This is Cookie. He's turning out to be quite the little thing, isn't he? He hasn't got the feather of his younger brother over there, but he's just all that in a bag of chips. And his older brother, Pan, is not him. Where is he? There's his older brother, Pan, right next to him. They are looking good. But Cookie is putting on the size that he didn't get when he was a baby because of all that starvation and unhappiness. So I'm kind of pleased with that. We may have a space for him in the breeding program after all. This is one of those cases where I have 3 brothers. This guy has all the feathers. But he's kind of puny and he's been a little sickly. I think he's finally getting past that. So, but Cookie and the gray guy has this really interesting feather. But Cookie is just starting to put on some style. So we'll see. I don't have to decide who's going to get bred and in the program until next fall. So, I mean, until next spring. So things can change a lot. So, more updates. Let's see. This is, where is he? This very handsome little guy right here is Bond's baby. And he gets the name of Odin. He has a little twist. Bond, which didn't show it before, has a little twist of feathers on his chest. And this little guy got it too. But this is a big, fluffy baby. Pretty, pretty boy. Look at all of that. We love him. And his little brother is this guy down here, who's also a nice, big, fluffy baby. And this guy inherits the name of Thor, since our original Thor, who looks just like this, turned out to be Thalia. So this is Thor, and that's Odin, and they are looking fabulous. They're the youngest members out here. Another guy that's giving me some chills is this little fella back here. This is Coco and Kobe's boy, who was smaller than his sister Artemis, even though he was the oldest chick in the nest. All of a sudden is putting on a growth spurt. Oh my goodness, bird storm. And starting to get really tall like his mama, which is a good thing. So we're thrilled about that. And let's see. I think that's about it. The only other update is that I am loving on this guy right here, who is Athena's mate for next spring. I picked him up and he is just turning out to be a lovely bird. Really good size, fabulous deep mask. Yeah, he's definitely a stunner. So, the other thing is that Bond and Breezy's baby girl, who's over here on the girl's side, does not have a name. So once again, there she is. She's this gorgeous little violet spangle. She has all the feathers. She doesn't have her brother's size, but being female, that's typical. But she needs a name, female name that has to do with the Norse gods. This little girl right here, this is Cressida. She is, this is Athena. She and Cressida are Royal and Matilda's last 2 babies. Matilda passed, Royal got passed on, sold, rehomed, if you will. This is the one, Athena is the one that's going to get that beautiful male. But Cressida over there, the violet, is actually a crested bird. You see that tuft she has sticking out? And it turns out that she is strikingly rare because she's a crested bird that has normal budgie size, whereas the vast majority of crested budgies are the size of parakeets. So she is an incredibly valuable hen. And I am making arrangements to find her a full-size male crested to breed to. There are not a lot of them in the world. I probably won't be able to buy one, but I'm looking at maybe a breeder loan where I would take in a crested male that has full budgie size, breed the two of them together, and band half the babies to the owner of the male and ship them all back when it's over. So that's lovely, interesting, new breeding project. So that's about it on the girls' side. We got some, like, Tahara is going through a terrible molt. She looks like an absolute mess. Artemis seems to be doing about the same thing. Look at, this is Venus right here. Looks absolutely horrible. Stella has lost her tail. This is Eve, Venus's baby sister, who isn't in her molt yet. But Aphrodite down there is definitely, she's a mess, and she has a blood feather on the top of her head. Somebody bit her. So everybody's just a mess in here. My girls are just not looking good. We need to do some serious quaffing here. There is Thalia, used to be Thor. She's looking really good. She had a little limp, like she was missing some calcium, but she seems to be... I doubled up on their calcium for a couple weeks, so she seems to be now using that foot, although she still favors it a little bit. It's the one with the band on. You can see she's using it and standing on it. She's just favoring it a little bit. So that tells me that the hypocalcemia is going away. So that's it. There's my little Texas clear body Persephone. She lost her tail. Look at that pretty little girl. These are next spring's babies. Except for, that's Freya, that's Gephion, and that's Thor and Sif sitting next to each other. These ones were born so late that they are going to be next fall's breeders. They're not. So they'll stay in here with the babies that are coming up in the breeding shed. The rest of them will get moved up to the bonded flight cage pretty soon. As I'm making room for the new babies to come in. Okay, so that's it for the update. Female Norse names for this little violet baby girl here would be lovely. And that's about it.